Christy Lockhart, Assistant Director for the Thomas Crane Public Library. August is here and summer is in full swing. We have a lot of exciting news to share with you in this month's edition of At Your Library. We'll provide an update on our summer reading programs, get some recommendations on what to check out next from our knowledgeable staff, and take another look inside the library, and lots more. So stay tuned.
What's happening with summer reading? Adults 19 and up participating in the Adult Summer Reading Challenge, don't forget to log your books, activities, and entries before August 31st. A drawing will be held and the winners will be contacted on how to collect their prizes. The Children's Room at Thomas Crane Public Library is sharing the progress of your reading minutes on social media and on the wall inside the Children's Room. Make sure to log your reading to help Thomas Crane Library Zoodopt. Programs for August include Puppet Tales with Lee Balzer, Music and Movement with Ruby, Ed the Wizard, Pet Storytime, and Story Lab with Miss Amanda. Visit the children's page on our website to learn more. The Teen Summer Reading Program has been full of fun challenges, events, and programming, and August is no exception. As the challenge nears its end, don't miss scavenger hunts, virtual trivia night, lawn games, in person on the main library lawn, escape room challenges, paint nights, and the grand finale, the Summer Reading Raffle giveaway drawing on August 31st.
The summer has had a lot more rainy days than we would have hoped, but with rainy days comes reading days. Our staff has no shortage of great recommendations. Here is what we think you should check out this month. Diana recommends Truth in Advertising by John Kenney. Find this funny and moving story about the absurdity of corporate life and the complications of love and the meaning of family in the fiction section on floor 1. Sing, Anbarit Singh, a novel by Jasmine Ward, is Camel's Peak. An epic tale of hope and struggle in rural Mississippi has something to say about ghosts, the history of the South, fathers and sons, and the legacy of love and violence. Didi recommends The Mirror and the Light by Hilary Mantel. It's 1536 in England and Anne Boleyn has been beheaded. As Thomas Cromwell celebrates with the victors, he is asked, "What will you do when the king turns on you too?" Leah's Peak is by Geraldine Brooks. Caleb's Crossing follows Bethia Mayfield, a restless spirit and curious mind of Martha's Vineyard in the 1600s. She befriends the son of a native chieftain and finds herself entangled in a battle of two cultures. A movie recommendation from Jessica is Shoplifter. On the margins of Tokyo, a dysfunctional band of outsiders are united by loyalty and a penchant for petty theft. You can find this charming and funny film in drama in the Coletti Room on floor 1. You can find more pics on our displays inside the library or on our website at thomascranelibrary.org. See you soon!
Hi, my name is Hui Liu. I'm a senior library assistant at Thomas Crane Public Library. Actually, bilingual assistant here. So my daily job is as a team member of circulation department. We provide like check-in, check-out, and introduce our current service to patrons. We also provide tech assistant on the top floor here. And for the other part of my job is work as a bilingual, as a Chinese assistant. That means I provide a Chinese service to Chinese-speaking patrons who are prefer to speak Chinese with us, where they doesn't speak much English, where they just new here in Quincy. So we're gonna introduce our service to them in Chinese, and we offer Chinese book recommendations and etc. We do have a big collection of Chinese materials, over 2,000 of items. So it's part of our daily job as a bilingual assistant to make book recommendations to Chinese patrons. We recently made several book talk videos in Chinese, and every time when we got back from there, like receive their comments, or if they actually borrow the book I picked for them, I feel so satisfied and feel it worth the time and efforts. 嗨，大家好，我的名字叫刘慧，我在这里的职位是高级图书管理助理。那我其实在这儿工作的角色呢是双语的图书馆助理，也就是说有一部分的工作呢其实还是在流通部门给大家借书还书，给大家介绍图书馆的一些服务，还有在这个3楼呢帮助大家解决一些这个使用电脑或者打印复印上面的问题。那么我的另外一个角色呢，也就是双语助理，那就是当一些就是只说中文的或者英文不太好的，或者是比如说刚刚来昆西居住的中国或者是说中文的读者朋友们吧，我会使用中文给他们介绍图书馆的服务，或者是使用中文帮助他们解决一些这个资源寻找等等的一些问题，甚至会帮他们推荐中文书籍，因为Thomas Crane 的图书馆呢有很大的中文馆藏量，大概有不到3000本书，或者是包括中文的电影大概有不到3000个东西。那么我们的日常工作之一呢，就是给大家推荐中文读物或者是中文电影。那我们从今年开始呢，也就开始做一些中文的书籍推荐视频，欢迎大家去 YouTube 或者是去 QATV 去观看我们的视频。然后一旦我们收到大家肯定的答复，或者是实际上有人真的借走了我们推荐的书籍或者是电影呢，我们其实感觉到非常满足，觉得一切努力都是值得的。所以希望大家去看看我们的视频，然后从我们的巨大的中文馆藏借走你心仪的读物或者是电影。I have to say I like to read a little bit everything, like non-fictions, biography, biology, psychology, or history, everything, or a cookbook, arts book, a lot of them. And for fictions, I like normal fictions. I like historical fictions. My favorite among them gonna be mystery books, especially Japanese mysteries. Right now I'm reading one from a Japanese author called Keigo Higashino. He's one of the book called Graduation. It's the first book from his police detective series. I love the book because he always have all kinds of twists, all kinds of interesting twists by the end of the book, books, and he always let you think about the life, have really inspiring thoughts in the books. So I'm still thinking about to provide some book talks about this author because I read it in Chinese. 我最喜欢读的书的类型，我觉得可能我涉猎比较广泛，我喜欢读各种各样的读物，比如说纪实文学的非小说类的也就是比如说生物比如说人物传记，关于历史，关于烹饪书籍，甚至是艺术书籍我都比较喜欢。然后小说类呢，那各种小说我都挺喜欢的，普通的小说，以及有历史大背景的历史性的小说那在这些之上，在小说里我最喜欢的就是那些悬疑小说。 我特别喜欢悬疑小说，尤其是日本的悬疑小说。那我最近正在读的一本书是一本我们图书馆的中文书里面的翻译的日本东野圭吾的一本书，名字叫做《毕业》。那这本书呢是他加贺，也就是那个警察系列的第一本书。因为我喜欢东野圭吾很久了，然后我特别喜欢他所有的书里面的那些反转，然后他有很多令人深思的地方，关于人性的思考啊，关于一切啊，他这个很吸引人的这些讲故事的角度啊，让我们总是会思考很多东西所以我也在考虑要不要在未来做一个关于东野圭吾的一系列书的这个读书推荐视频，敬请大家期待。For the non-traditional materials, I do like audiobooks because when you're cooking or doing chores, we're on a long flight. It always be good to have something on in your headset. So I always have my audiobook on, and I know some of you like more like to listening to the music, but for me audiobooks is always the best choice. So recently I just finished an audiobook called The Four Winds. I know it's a so popular book, but after read that book, I chose to listen to the audiobook again. It turns out to be even better than the book because the narrators, they did the audiobook vividly. It's just perfect. They do the different character with the different voices. So I actually listen it all way for my 6-hour flight. So just check it out. I borrowed that from Libby, the app. It's actually one of our online library. So it's so convenient for me. I just can only put my library card number and my PIN number. Do not need to register again for other things. So that's it. Go check Libby app and borrow awesome audiobooks from there. 非传统的阅读材料呢，我觉得我会推荐有声读物。有声读物永远都是我觉得在书籍之外非常好的一个替代材料。当你在做家务的时候，或者是在做饭啊，或者是在坐长途飞机的时候，如果你耳机里面放着一本有声书籍的话，就感觉会非常好，然后会让时间感觉过得很快，然后你也不需要真的去拿着一些实体的书或者是东西去看，就非常省事，因为你手头被别的东西占着嘛。所以我最近除了在听一本很有名的美国书籍叫 The Four Winds， 因为我看了那本书，然后呢我又选择再去听一遍，发现有声读物他们会分角色去阅读非常的生动的诠释了整本书的内容，我觉得非常好。那我一般是在 Libby 来借有声读物，那就是我们图书馆的一个虚拟图书馆，或者是一个合作的 app。大家可以用自己的图书卡号和密码去直接登录它。那我最近在听的一个中文的有声读物呢，是刘慈欣的短篇小说集。其实只要你下载了 Libby 那个 app， 你就可以直接搜刘慈欣短篇小说。那本书也是制作的非常好，它有那个背景音乐，还有所有的分角色阅读，然后里面的文字也非常的全面，有它很多，包括《流浪地球》包括《乡村教师》、《中国太阳》等等一系列的这个科技小说刘慈欣本来以他的《三体》是最著名的嘛，那么他这些短篇小说也非常值得大家去读一读。那么 Libby 呢就能直接把这本书借阅下来，大概能借2周左右，所以时间也是很充足，大概这本书有9个小时左右，所以我就在睡前或者是在飞机上就会听几个小时，所以很快就可以听完，比读书呢也要 更加生动所以呢，我还是很推荐大家去读有声读物的。如果你满足以上条件你手头不方便，或者是你在飞机上不方便移动等等。好，那就这样。
The Coletti edition of Thomas Crane Public Library was built in 1939 and designed by Quincy and Boston architects Paul A. and Carol Coletti. The Coddington Street entrance features stonework crafted by Joseph Coletti. Let's take a closer look. The Coletti exterior was designed in a modernized Richardson Romanesque style and crafted with granite and brownstone to match the texture and materials of the 1882 Richardson construction. The two carved bas-reliefs flanking the entrance doors are made of brownstone. The detailed workhorses, ships, and workers are to symbolize Quincy's major industries of granite and shipbuilding. Sculptor and artist Joseph Coletti lived 1898 to 1973 and was the foremost sculptor in America with work recognized nationwide. The son of a granite worker, he began as a tool sharpener at a young age, attending Quincy Public Schools and then the Mass School of Art. He apprenticed with sculptor John Evans and worked with Reverend John Singer Sargent. The 1923 Harvard Fine Arts graduate created the impressive panels in the pediment as a nod to Quincy history. For more information on the Coletti construction, contact local history services at Thomas Crane Public Library.
That's all for this month. Thanks for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you next time at your library.